Hey guys, Joeboy here. So today I have a really, just kind of a random post for y'all today. To be honest, this is going to be more fun than anything else. I've done a lot of really serious theories recently, and this one is just going to be a kickback, put your feet up, and troll along with me as I go into some speculations about the recent chapters of One Piece, specifically about the Big Mom pirates. And potentially some of the sons and daughters that we've already seen that have been yet to be officially named in the One Piece story. With some just random thoughts sprinkled in there that I've had but don't really deserve their own video. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So to start off with, let's look at the now confirmed daughters and sons of Big Mom so far revealed in One Piece. And let's start off with Charlotte Chiffon, who is the 22nd daughter of Big Mom. And just the same, Lola should then be confirmed as Big Mom's daughter, which would make her either the 21st or 23rd daughter of Big Mom. And then we also have Charlotte Pudding, the 35th daughter, Charlotte Praline, the 29th daughter, and then Charlotte Brule, the 8th daughter, and currently oldest revealed daughter. And then going into the sons, we have Charlotte Moscato, the 16th son, Charlotte Cracker, the 10th son, and then Charlotte Sparrow, who is the first son and the oldest sibling probably so far revealed in the story. And so as of last chapter, it is now confirmed that Big Mom wants to create her family around all the different races that exist in the One Piece world. That's her dream. And so I think now fully we can get behind the idea that each one of her daughters and sons, or at least a large number of them, are going to be of a lot of diverse species. Species or races, dwarf, long-leg, long-armed, minkmen, giants. All of these now become options for potential sons and daughters of Big Mom. We can actually see in the background when she says this that she's sitting at a table and all of her children are looking at each other at eye level. And then we can actually kind of differentiate the different races there that Big Mom has pictured in her mind to emphasize her dream. So we have long arms there. We have what looks like the clown race, which I'll get into later. Pudding is there. And then also, interestingly, we have a dwarf, or at least it appears to be a dwarf, which kind of throws the validity of this whole situation out the window, it seems like, because how exactly would that work out? I don't even want to think about it, honestly. And I almost forgot that there's also what appears to be a mink there as well. And if this mink actually represents an actual son or daughter of Big Mom, then it's kind of interesting to speculate what this kind of mink would be. Looking at the picture, it's kind of hard to tell, but I get the impression of sort of a mole mink. You know, I'm not sure. You can look at the picture and decide for yourself what this mink is supposed to represent. And so as a sort of side note to this whole thing, a lot of people have been continuing to speculate that the children of Big Mom are not actually related to her, that they're adopted. But that was debunked, in my opinion, way back when Pudding was talking about all the children of Big Mom, where she said that basically there's a lot of people that now share blood ties with Big Mom, or carry the blood of Big Mom. And so this pretty obviously suggests that her children actually are her children. And then when she talks about her brothers and sisters having children of their own, then those two would also be related to Big Mom by blood. And so something I noticed but never really said was that there was absolute clues from the chapter in which Big Mom went on a rampage that we actually met two more of Big Mom's children based on what they said. And these would be the clown, or one of the clowns. There's actually two clowns. One of the clowns that we saw in Big Mom's territory. And then also, if you remember Sadi from the Impel Down arc, basically the sort of masochist woman, with the whips and the horns, etc. There's a girl that's like her as well in Big Mom's territory. And both of them refer to Moscato as their brother. And now this could be a mistranslation. I know in Japanese sometimes they say, like, you can translate things as brother, but that's not exactly what it means. But given that this is the only example that we see of this, I'm highly led to believe that these two characters are children of Big Mom. And judging from their ages, I would put them both in sort of the 20s range, with the clown potentially being in the late teens, like 19 or 18 or 17. Just a random speculation for you guys. But I definitely think that both of them are children of Big Mom that will reappear at some point in time in this arc. And as sort of a side note to this, I think now that we've gotten to Whole Cake Island and we've seen more of this, quote-unquote clown race, that this is an actual race that exists in the world of One Piece. There's a clown island somewhere. And then members of this race would be, that we've already seen, Buggy the Clown, potentially even Caesar the Clown. I know that his resemblance to a clown is far less than that of Buggy and the other clowns that we see, but still he refers to himself as Caesar Clown, which is interesting to note in this situation. He also has pale skin and bright lips, which is sort of reminiscent of sort of the same race. And then we have Dr. Indigo from Strong World, and many people will think that he's not canon, but actually in Chapter 0 there is mention of Dr. Indigo, and honestly I don't care enough about this to go and look in the chapter itself to see if it showed him. It may not have, but I think that's enough to confirm that Dr. Indigo, the clown, is also a legit character in One Piece who would be part of this clown race. And so just spitballing with you guys, how funny would it be for the Straw Hats to come across the Clown Island at some point in the future of One Piece? Everything is getting so dark and so heavy, and just to come across an island with all the stereotypical things that clowns do, I think that I would probably find that highly amusing if it doesn't drag on. But of course, this arc may have been perhaps planned in the past. Oda planned on making an arc where the Straw Hats visited the Clown Islands, but maybe that's been cut now for reasons related to time, or perhaps merged into another arc similar to the Tontatta. Oda originally planned for the Tontatta to be visited in their own arc, but later decided to merge the Tontatta with the Dressrosa arc, and then move Greenbit sort of adjacent to Dressrosa for the purposes of moving the plot forward. And so maybe something will happen with the Clown Island. Maybe we'll never see it, I can't be sure, but definitely an interesting thought and a possibility in my opinion. And also guys, as a side note, we're getting side note inception here. Is it actually true that this clown people, are they actually a race, or is it more similar to the Okama, or is it like a culture? Are they actually humans, or are they not humans? That's really, an interesting question, as well as the Sadi race or the Masochist race. Are they also a different race? Are those horns real? Or are they just a culture that likes to wear horns? So there's one other character that I want to single out as being more likely than anybody else that we've seen so far to be a child of Big Mom. And you're gonna laugh, but I think it's the goo guy, the muck guy. I don't know what he is, the melting man. What is he? I'm not sure. Is he a race, or is he actually something that Big Mom brought to life? I don't think that he's something that Big Mom brought to life, just because he seems kind of like an abomination, like something that if cooks in their kitchen created this thing, that it would be the Frankenstein of the kitchen. Regardless, I actually do think that this is a race, a very rare race in One Piece, and he's shown associated with both the clown and the masochist girl or whatever, who are highly, I believe, implied to be Big Mom's children, and so being associated with them, I think, automatically upgrades his status to more likely than anyone else that we've seen to also be a son of Big Mom. And so there's a couple other characters that we can look at as potentially children of Big Mom as well. There was two people associated with Randolph the Rabbit, basically Big Mom's kill squad, where they went to go retrieve eggs, flour, and then fruit. One of them is this long-armed guy, and him being long-armed, I think, automatically sort of piques my interest as potentially being a son of Big Mom. And then the long hat lady is what we're going to call her. She has a very wide brim on her hat. So both of these people are options, although there's really no direct evidence to suggest that they are children of Big Mom. And I think just the fact that they're part of the kill squad along with Randolph sort of implies more of a role on the crew and less of a role on the family, although the crew itself comprises the majority or the backbone of the family. Regardless, I think that we should be looking at these characters as potentially children of Big Mom. And the last three characters that we can potentially look at is we have, and these characters were shown associated with Peckhams And so because of this, it leads me to believe that they're probably not Big Mom's children, but again, it's possible that they are. Which is sort of the mysterious hat lady. She's always sort of looking off camera, looking really kind of menacing. And then we have the other clown, and this clown looks a lot older. He could also potentially be a son of Big Mom. And then the last character is, it looks like part of the Elongated Head tribe, which is sort of a theorized tribe, I think, to exist. And we've seen some other potential members of this tribe. We also see him as well. And those are really the unique characters that we see that we don't know for certain that they're not Big Mom's children, and so opens up the possibility that they are. But yeah, guys, that's my random speculations for the day. Obviously, I think that perhaps some people out there will find this video to be a waste of time, but honestly, I enjoyed making it, and I hope that at least some people out there learn something new, and or can get behind some of the speculations that I made here. Regardless, I think that this is something that's worthy of a video, but not a video by itself, so I just sort of lumped them all together and said fuck it. But let me know what you think. Like the video if you like the video. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed, and as always, dudes, have a wonderful day.